Welcome back to Pinkula Tech, guys, and in today's episode of Tech Tuesday, we're going to talk about Marshall speakers. Music is an important aspect of my life, and I'm sure it's for the most of you guys. We have not one but three speakers from Marshall today. We're going to put them all out for you guys, talk about the positives, the negatives, and the different aspects of Marshall speakers that set them apart from the other speakers out in the market. Let's get this show rolling. This one here, the smallest one, is the Acton. This is the Stanmore 2, and this is the Tufton. The Acton 2 here is the smallest speaker amongst the three out here, but this still packs a very good punch. This is a home speaker. You can't use it as a portable speaker. You need a continuous source of power to it. It does weigh around 2.85 kg, so it's not something that you would want to carry around your house as well. But for this size or the weight, this small little guy has a very nifty trick up its sleeve, and that is an amazing amount of sound that it delivers, irrespective of the size that you see as compared to the two speakers here. And this has Alexa support. Now, Marshall does it quite weirdly. This one comes with Alexa. There is another model available with Google Voice. So if you want Google Voice Assistant, you have to purchase the other one. If you want Alexa, you have to purchase this one. I don't know why they could not just include both these assistants, that is Google Assistant and Alexa, in one speaker instead of giving two options. Like, if I want to use Alexa, I can never use Google on this speaker. And if somebody else has a Google speaker and they want to use Alexa, they cannot use this one. Any which ways, that's a very weird strategy that Marshall is adopting here, but maybe they have their own reasons. Irrespective of that, this guy, for its size, still has two tweeters and one subwoofer, which is very similar to these three speakers. And that's one of the main reasons why this is able to deliver very rich sound. Moving to the next speaker, which is the Stanmore 2. It's a bigger speaker, packs larger speakers or larger drivers as compared to the Acton 2, delivers much richer sound, and it's quite loud for the kind of size this speaker is. Speaking of loud, Sir OBE Jim Marshall was known as the father of loud. The only reason being, the speakers that he made during his era were the loudest of that generation. As a matter of fact, artists used to carry these speakers and perform with them on stage. Obviously, they were not this size, they were much larger. And there were guitarists, professional guitarists, who used to use these speakers as studio monitors. What we're looking at is an amazing amount of legacy being put forward to us. The design language has not changed apart from the Tufton here. Okay, let's speak about the Tufton before we go to there. The Tufton here is the only speaker amongst the three here which has an inbuilt battery. What that does is, you can charge it up, use it as a party speaker, take it around with you. Yes, it's a little heavy on size, but it makes up again with the weight. What you get is better sound. These two speakers here have three drivers, two tweeters and one subwoofer each. And this guy here, the Tufton, has two tweeters, one subwoofer, and there is an additional fourth speaker at the back, which gives it that whole proper 360 surround feel. So irrespective of the kind of conditions you have, it's indoors, outdoors, expect a good deal of sound performance from the Tufton. It also comes with the IPX2 rating in terms of for water resistance. But quite honestly, it's only splash proof. It's not a waterproof speaker, so don't expect to just drop it in your pool and expect it to play good music. It's going to stop working for sure. But if you have some drunk friends around who have the habit of spilling drinks, I think this will take care of it mostly. In terms of sound performance, all three speakers in their own respective segments and category perform extremely well with respect to the clarity of sound and also in terms of how loud these guys are. But we will surely tell you guys how these three speakers sound with respect to each other here. Unfortunately, you guys might not be able to tell the difference because you're listening on your speakers or maybe your headphones or earphones, but we will tell you all how they sound in person to us guys. I'm sure they're going to amaze us. Let me start with the smallest guy here, the Acton 2. Before we start, all of these three speakers, as a matter of fact, are set to 80% of the volume, and the bass and the treble are at 50% on factory settings for all three. My equalizer on my phone is also set to flat, so it will give us a proper understanding of how these speakers sound. know if that's enough to determine how these three sound. They sound extremely well. This is the softest of the three, and then is the Tufton. But if the Tufton was connected to the power source, it would be a little louder. Right now it's running on its battery. The Stanmore 2 is the loudest speaker amongst the three here, and it has an amazing amount of bass as well to it. Personally, if you ask me, if I had to choose any of these three speakers, I would choose the Stanmore 2. Why Stanmore 2 is because for an outdoor speaker, I already have one. If I didn't have one, I would obviously go for the Tufton 2. It's a proper versatile speaker. Why Stanmore 2 is not just because I can use this as a living room speaker, but also in my bedroom, or even if I have a house party. This will get the job done. But if I had to choose a smaller speaker, because if I already have a home theater setup or a speaker system set up at home, I would go for the Acton 2 voice. Is because with the voice you get Alexa or Google support.
Sorry, your speaker is not connected.
Yeah, and I forgot to mute this guy. So yeah, Alexa support. She responds back spontaneously. As I was saying, I would choose this is because one, Alexa support or Google Voice Assistant, and also because aesthetically speaking, the Acton 2 and the Stanmore 2 look very similar except for the size difference. But with the Acton 2, if I need, I can move this speaker around my house far more easily as compared to the Stanmore 2. So who are these speakers for? Are they for everyone? Yes. Can everyone afford them? No. So how do I justify my statement? Is because if you are a person who loves music, I think there's no better experience than these speakers, and for the size that they are, there's nothing else in the market that can provide this kind of sound experience. Maybe I can mention Bose here, but these look better in your living room as compared to Bose. And if you are a person who's aesthetically or who loves to have a proper interior, or very worried about what goes where, you will not go wrong with these speakers. In the market right now, the Acton 2 voice is available for 27,000, the Stanmore 2 Bluetooth is available for 33,000, and the Tufton is for 37,000. The added cost is for the portability and just an overall great sound experience. However, talking about one differentiating factor for the Stanmores or the Tuftons or the Acton, you have the ability to adjust voice or bass or treble to your preference on these speakers. This is one feature which is rarely seen in speakers of such categories, in portable speakers or even in home speakers. And that's one of the most differentiating factors where Marshall are concerned. And I will quote again, if you get a Marshall, you're not going to go wrong in terms of your sound or how they look in your house. This is Aurelius here from Pinkvilla Tech signing off, and if you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to us. If there's anything in specific that you guys would like us to do, please do leave us a comment. Have a good evening, guys.